Hello, welcome back to the booth. I'm here, Matej, and I'm here with Oliver. You were here before, so
yeah, last round. Great.
so you already know what's up. So we're at the start of round 4 here of the RPTQ, and it's getting heated up. We already have 4 people. We're at 3-0.
Yeah.
So 2 matches that the winner will make it into the top 8, very likely, unless something happens. And I think one of the matches is pretty good.
Yeah, we are looking at table 2 right now. Both players at 3-0.
Let's go there right now. There we go.
Oh, well, that's...
The names are not correct, but I'll fix those in the meanwhile. So we can talk a little bit about bit about the players that we have here, because I know Vjeran Horvat, who is on the right here. There you have his name, and he's playing Jeskai Black, I think. It's Jeskai Black. It looks like so. That's a deck you know all about.
Yeah,
Oliver. So please tell me. Look at his list and tell me how bad it is compared to your lists.
Okay, he's running like really old school. No, he's running Seeker of the Way, which I found interesting. He's not running Soulfire Grandmasters. Yeah, and he also runs Mantis Riders and Kalitas. Also one of the new Chandras. So he tries to be more aggressive, but still running Oshodai's Command. So yeah, he's more aggressive, only one Painful Truth. So he's not trying to do the super grindy game, but try to force in the damage with the Seekers and the Mantis Riders.
All right, because the other player is Marko Drobny, a member of the Slovak World Magic Cup team, and he from actually last year, and he's running Atarka Red. What can you tell me about his list? It's has a new addition from the new set, and
the Bushwhacker, right?
Yeah, he played the Reckless Bushwhacker, correct?
Yeah, he's just running 2 Bushwhackers. I think it gives the deck a little bit more reach. He's only running 2 Battle Rage and 2 Become a Man, so not that combo oriented. I would usually say that this matchup would favor the Jeskai player, but his list is not super good against Mono Red because he's not running the Grandmasters. Mono Red Atarka Red starts the game, which is quite important for the red deck in the matchup.
Yep. So there's a. So there you have it. Atarka Red against the Jeskai Black, Marko Drobny against Vjeran Horvat. So Marko Drobny with Atarka Red on the left and starts with Fetch into a Swift Spear, which is among the ideal starts for the Atarka Red deck.
Absolutely. So the best play Vjeran can have is turn 1 Shock, so Fiery Impulse. He's running 4, and there we go.
Yeah, right on time. You're like a prophet with this Jeskai Black deck. You always know what is up. So
and another Swift Spear coming. No second land for Marko. That's not good news for him.
No, but he's had his Fire Impulse, double Fire Impulse, I think, Dragon Fodder and Abbot, Atarka's Command as well. And but there's another Fire Impulse from Vjeran Horvat.
So no land. Okay, this game is basically if there's any creature that can attack here, things are looking very good. If there's a Mantis Rider, Marko is in real trouble. If it's just a Seeker, it's fine.
So there's the fetch with Bloodstained Mars. So
no Mantis Rider.
No Mantis Rider, indeed. You can't find white mana.
Oh, he's going for double red. So
you would have gone for a swamp there?
I'm not sure. It depends on what he has in hand, but double red is interesting.
So let's see what he can come up with here. He has lots of various cards, so it's hard to predict what he can have because he has so many one-offs that are so good with the four of Jace, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I talked with Christopher last round, that if you're running Jeskai, you can run a bunch of one-offs in your deck. And what just happened?
Marko drew a card and passed the turn again without playing anything else.
So Vjeran fetched and didn't play a single card?
No, didn't play a card.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure about the life totals. Vjeran might be at 16 here as well. I might have missed one Swiss Sphere.
But 17
no, looks right. Okay, that's changing now. So 1, 2, 3 cards at the cost of 3 life. So Vjeran Horvat down to 14 after playing that painful truth.
I think he misfetched last round. I think he wanted to go for the swamp, but accidentally took the mountain because he had the painful truth in hand on 3 mana. So he might just have overlooked things. I don't know.
It's possible. So now he fetches the Sunken Hollow here. And goes 4 mana. Kalitas. Traitor of Get. So that's.
Yeah, he should now scry with the strength.
Yeah.
He needs a land now, otherwise.
Yep. So that's a land.
So I think we'll see double impulse now.
Yep. So it's a Bloodstained Mire that he's gonna go and grab mountain with. Marko is still with a big grip, and if Vjeran Horvat doesn't have much pressure. Marko can still win this game if Vjeran is full of lands or something like that.
Nothing is going on. He has 1 Dispel in hand. I'm not sure if he has 1 Dispel in the deck. So if he has the Dispel now, it's total blowout. But we'll see in a second. Yeah,
but it's still going to be hard for Marko to come back into the game. There's the 1 Fire Impulse. Another Fire Impulse. Is it Dispel time? No Dispel. So Kalitas hits the bin at the cost of 2 cards. And let's see if Vjeran has any more follow-ups. Remember, Vjeran is a Grand Prix Prague winner from 2014. Playing Jeskai there as well. But that was Modern.
Okay.
So playing Jeskai mid-range in Modern. So he's certainly familiar with this archetype. As he plays a Mantis Rider and knocks a Marko down to 15.
Yeah, now... probably Abbott time.
Hoping to hit land.
Yeah. Cinderglade would be great for him.
Just to become immense. So that stays exiled. Yeah, and Vjeran now looking in prime condition now with the Mantis Rider, applying the pressure turn after turn. And his grip seems pretty... I think he has another Mantis Rider in his hand too.
Yeah, now... I mean, after not playing a second land, things were looking pretty bad for Marko, but now I think... Yeah, it's close-out time here for Vjeran. Call against command, getting back Kalitas.
Wow, that's brutal. And 1 more Mantis Rider. Okay. Yeah, down to 9. And I think Marko's going to draw a card and scoop. Because knowing there's still a Kalitas in Vjeran's hand, just spells
and the
trouble.
Shambling went already, so...
And so there's a Swift Spear, there's a Dragon Father, but it's all a little too late. And I don't think it will particularly matter. Yeah. There's a 3rd Mantis Rider, I think. He just drew so perfect. And that means that Vjeran Horvat takes game 1 over Marko Drobny. Remember, both players are 3-0, and we think that the winner will be able to draw into the top 8. Yeah. So very important match.
Yeah, very important to make the top 8. And then you only have to win 1 more round to actually make it to the Pro Tour. And... both players have played on the Pro Tour?
Marko hasn't.
Okay, he just played the World Magic Cup, which is close to a Pro Tour.
He was close a couple of times. He had 1 or 2 deep runs at the GP, but I think I mentioned this at the start of the show. He lacks a little bit of experience. So that's why you can see why that he's playing. Atarka Red is a deck that's not as hard to play, seems very straightforward, and he favors these kinds of decks. I remember when he started playing a couple of years ago, as we get the flags for Croatia and Slovakia respectively in the feature match area. I remember he started off playing during the time when there was like super aggressive humans deck with like Mayor of Averbrook, the Naya Blitz deck, and that was his first deck that he like really started competing with. So since then he's always favored very aggressive deck. His modern go-to deck is Affinity, so it kind of explains his playstyle. He's not much known to be a control player. But there's Vjeran. I've seen him around for a while and like getting a GP win, of course. But there's a lot of really solid players in Croatia and Serbia. Yeah. So we have here Alexa Telarov from Serbia. There's also
Boris Bajo. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I always struggle. So
Bajgo.
Boris Bajgo, and there's also Matej Vlahovic. He's also a guy that plays good at GPs and played the World Magic Cup. So they've got an interesting squad going on there. And I think Stepan wrote an article in the past couple of weeks about like the coming of together of Croatian and Serbian players, and I think they have a very, very solid core of players. So
yeah, absolutely.
not surprised to see Vjeran doing well. The others, not so much. I think Stepan is 2-1 after losing first round. Yeah, he's on table 8.
He's on 1 and 2.
Oh no, this is previous round. This is old round. So I think he's 2-1. I still in with a shout. So hoping he's going to also step it up, because he's one of my favorite players from the Balkans, as we like to say.
He's well known. He's there for. It feels like he's there forever.
Yeah. It feels that way. I remember playing with them in 2010 at Worlds. I think there was one tournament with there were 2 Croatian players, like even after day 2, like really deep into the tournament, top 8 contention. Day 3 didn't go as well for them, but overall,
with the old world system, day 3 was always like little, unprepared for most players.
Yeah, so since players are still shuffling up and deciding what to do, for those of you who don't know, Worlds used to be open for, it was a combination of the World Magic Cup and the Worlds now, so inviting best players, but it also included team competition, and you played 6 rounds throughout 3 days. So why was day 3 so different?
Because the first day was standard, always. The second day was always draft. So people were prepared for those 2 formats, especially the national team, because most of the they either had to play standard in the team portions or play limited in the team portion, so you're set on those 2 formats. But the third format was either legacy or extended back then, which now is called modern. I mean, it's not the same format, but it's similar. And yeah, people were not that prepared for day 3, so sometimes strange things happen on day 3 of Worlds competition.
Yeah, there's always the guys going, going X1 over the first 2 days and then going 1-5 on day 3 because they didn't test, because they didn't expect to be in that position.
Exactly.
And we've if you've never heard of the Conley Woods story, Fetch take 3. I'm Conley Woods. I urge you to check out YouTube for that. I think Gerard Fabiano is well known. It was actually one of the things. He was crushing it in the tournament, but he was not an experienced player back then and didn't have a lot of experience. Extended, and so he played a matchup just from a wrong perspective.
Okay, yeah.
Just because he didn't know, and he played against Burn and went turn 1 fetch, shock land, take 2, play creature, next turn fetch, shock, play another creature, and his opponent, then his opponent went like lava spike, lightning bolt, shrapnel blast, kill you. Whereas if he had played it slow, because his opponent's mulligan to 4 or something like that, so it was something like that. So, but again, it was one of the tournaments where he really showed that day 3 is also very important, and you can also turn it around very well in those tournaments. But unfortunately, no more Worlds as it was.
I really miss it. It was great.
Of course, you played a few. So
I played 2 Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, Worlds was always a fantastic tournament to play, and lots of fun. Since it was 18 rounds total over the 3 days, you could really play a lot of Magic, and people from all over the world, and the standings that you had were relevant for your team standings. If you're a part of a national team, then your points counted. So it was really important that you play until the end and play as many rounds as possible.
Never drop at Worlds.
Yeah. So, but back to the RPTQ here in Vienna, as both players shuffle up for game 2. Vjeran Horvat up a game on Jeskai Black. Both players thinking if they're going to mulligan here. I think both players kept. So Marko Drobny starts off with a Zurgo Bell Striker. So with 1 mana 2/2.
No turn 1 Fire Impulse here.
Yeah, no, just a tapped Mystic Monastery. But there seems to be more lands in Marko's hand this time.
This time we see a game. We see a game of Magic. I can only see an Abbot, which he might run out here. I'm not sure.
We'll see. I mean, he has
like
a fetch land and a
lands.
mountain. Yeah, he's maybe a little too many lands, but depends on what they brought in, because I think Vjeran can bring in the Radiant Flames, Surge of Righteousness. He has two of each, and then also a Russian Cleric, and probably maybe like a Dispel.
No, I would board in Negate. If I see Dragon Fodder, you have to expect that they have more cards. Like Hordling Outburst or something, and we haven't seen much of a game, so it's certainly possible that Marko is running Nisas in the sideboard, as Josh Arthur-Layton did in the Mox tournament.
So it doesn't look that way.
No, he's just having Dam Protectors in the board.
Yeah. And he actually has one in his hand. And speaking of Fire Impulse, there it is from Vjeran Horvat. So he did have it, but not on turn 1. And so now Marko Drobny, who is down to 19 from that fetch land, he will have to figure out what he wants to do. I think he has Abbot, so he's going to start off with that. But if he hits a land here, he's in trouble. Roast. Okay, so boarded in against the Kalitas.
Yeah.
Scared of it.
I haven't played the matchup in a while, so not with Kalitas, but I think now you have to bring in the roasts. Because Kalitas is so hard to beat.
Yeah. So there's another Mystic Monastery from Vjeran who leaves up 2 mana. And I would assume he has something fishy going on. I think I see a Surge of Righteousness in his hand, so he's definitely saving that one up. And this seems like a tough matchup for the Atarka, right?
Yeah, it always was. It's like the matchup you don't want to face if you're running like Atarka red. You don't want to run into Jeskai. If they have, Vjeran is not running Soulfire Grandmaster, which is like the worst card to play against if you're a red mage. But Seeker of the Way is also, can be trouble.
Yeah. And just the combination of so much removal and also life gain.
Cheap, efficient removal. That's like 1 mana, destroy your creature, call against command, destroy your creature, get a creature back, or discard a card, which is relevant.
Marko being aggressive, so he attacks with his Abbot, plays in Atarka's command, I assuming hitting face and plussing creatures, but then the Abbot gets nailed by a Surge, and Vjeran's up to a healthy 17, with Marko just Den Protector, Atarka's command.
And another Abbot, I think.
Fire Impulse too.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised he didn't go for the Abbot here, but he may be scared of sweepers, so he's just trying to develop one creature at a time.
So
and there's the Abbot.
Ordling Outburst also strands and stays in exile.
Yeah, a good card though.
Yeah.
But not this very moment, unfortunately.
But Vjeran is stuck on 3 lands, so...
But he's fine. So Colligan's command, he's gonna shoot the Abbot and make Marko discard card. We know Marko has all spells, so it's gonna hurt.
Probably a Wild Slash, I think.
Yep.
There it goes.
Let's see if Vjeran can draw a land here. I think it was just a Mantis Rider.
Just a Mantis Rider. Yeah, swing in, eat the Impulse.
Yep. So still players at 17 each. I think Marko would have really liked something like a Hordeling Outburst, like to draw it and play it.
Yeah, he needs some sort of threat. He's only at 3 lands, so he cannot flip up the Dam Protector that I think he will run out now.
Dam Protector can be still pretty solid here if Vjeran doesn't have removal here. But we'll see.
He found land.
He found a Bloodstained.
So at least his Ochitais command is live now.
So he's going to go down to 16. Gets a mountain. So his mana seems very good here. At least 2 colored sources of all the mana, and 4 is the magic number to cast most of your spells.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's not hesitating, just Fire Impulses here and then plays
Mantis Rider.
Vjeran has been doing pretty well, like a little land light, but always very good business cards. Always lots of Fire Impulses and Mantis Riders.
Yeah, that's the point about Jeskai. Like, you're fine if you have a lot of lands, if you play the chase game, and if you don't have a lot of lands, you really love to have the Mantis Riders because they're very efficient. You've got Fire Impulse, which is 1 mana destroy target creature in this matchup. It's pretty good. Now he also has Ochitais command in hand, so there's no need to fear like any other creature.
Yeah, and interesting innovation from Marko. He actually has Painful Truths in his hand.
Really?
Yes, he has sideboard Smoldering Marsh and 3 Painful Truths. So boards them in these grindy matchups.
I like the idea.
Yeah, same, but he doesn't have the mana.
He doesn't have the red mana, the black mana.
I think I think Marko's down to 8 from this attack. It's hard to keep up talking and doing live totals here. And there's a Tassiger from Vjeran, so that's going to be a big
card in this matchup as well.
Unleash a Surge of Righteousness in his graveyard that he could potentially bring back if he mills 2 lands, for example.
But he finds Roast. He finds Roast for the Tassiger.
It's pretty good. So Roast the Tassiger. No activation. Okay. We got an update on the live totals. Thank you. And still no block, I assumed, from Vjeran. So he's down to 13 now. Or 12, sorry. Because that was a prowess Monastery's Fifth Spear. And now 7 to 12. Hopefully I'm
yeah, I think it's correct.
Good.
Oh, what's happening? Marko has Atarka's command in hand, which might...
Yeah, he's going to play here, pump his team, and deal 3 to the face. And Vjeran finally decided to block here, but he has so much untapped mana that he probably has something to do with the Swift Sphere.
He has to have some business cards in hand. He was short on lands at the beginning of the game, so...
Okay, he has Dispel. So not even 3 damage getting through, the Swift Sphere dying. Yeah, Vjeran's super comfortable here.
Yeah. Because the Painful Truth, which is a nice hyper card for the matchup, I agree. But, he has 2 and they are basically stranded in his hand.
Yeah, because he had to fetch the green mana early for the Atarka's command and only drew basic mountains after that. That's one of the risks that can happen. And but it's an interesting innovation. I mean, I've seen it before, also for some other cards. But now it looks like Kalita's time.
Yeah,
Kalita's time for Vjeran Horvat. So
that's the handshake.
And Vjeran Horvat wins 2-0. That also means that he's advancing to 4-0 total.
Yeah, which means he will be in our top 8, most likely.
On something crazy would have to happen. He had to be paired down next round, which is also unlikely because it works out pretty well. And he would have to be paired down again, something like that.
Lose both times and then be unlucky on tiebreakers and stuff. So
quite unlucky. So there you have it.
We think he's locked for our top 8 here at the regional PTQ in Vienna at SpielRaum.
Okay, so we're trying to, we have our technical assistant try to find another match to bring us because, well, it's so much time. It was fast. Atarka red, like usual.
Atarka red against Jeskai. Most of the time it's over quite fast.
Yeah, so we can bin these to deck lists. We don't need them anymore because that was pretty clear. So Vjeran Horvat might get another shot at the Pro Tour. He needs to probably draw at least once, and then he has to win in the top 8. It would be pretty sweet. There's a lot of other good players battling in tournaments. So I don't know if you went through some of the players that we have here this weekend, but some of them are still in with a shout. So unfortunately, Fabian Dickmann, for Dickmann Brothers fans, he went 0-3.
Yeah, 0-3.
0-3, I think. Or at least...
no, he got a bye this round.
Okay,
so
but 0-2...
0-2 and a bye, so he's out of top 8 contention.
Unfortunately for him, but yeah, he's also gone. But still, some of the other players who are still fighting for the top 8. I saw there's Manuel Meyer still at 2-1 coming into the round. There was also...
there's, as we mentioned before, Stepan Sucic.
2-1 as well. A couple of Hungarian players doing well. They were both 2-0 after round 2. So that's Akos Kenyeres. I'm really bad with these names. I'm sorry. Hungarian is really out of my comfort zone. And and one of his other
Tamás
Horvat, also both experienced at the Pro Tour or World Magic Cup. So and they like to go to GPs as well. So they're quite solid players. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep doing well. Unfortunately, I also know that our friend Nicholas Eigner.
He's at 1 and 2, so basically also dead for top 8.
So is Andrej Rutar. They played against each other last round, both at 0 and 2. As a solid Slovenian player with a GP top 8 to his name, or 2, I think. Also, my favorite countryman, Michal Guldan, big, scary MMA fighter. Unfortunately, also not in contention anymore. He went 0-2 and dropped and went home, since it's only an hour's ride. All right, so we're going to bring one of the matches I wanted to cover anyway. So
from table 9, from Germany, Manuel Meyer, and from the Slovak Republic?
Yes, Milan Niznansky, yes. Okay, Manuel is going to be here, so we're gonna put Manuel here. Okay, I can tell you a little bit about Milan Niznansky, because he's a very interesting person. I would say he has, I think, 2 top 16s at a GP, both times playing Black Cat in his sideboard for what he says good luck.
Okay.
He's that kind of person. He's like I would say up and coming player, but he's been around for a while, and
yeah, I can remember playing him several times at PTQs.
Yeah, he's always PTQing.
Slovak or Czech Republic or Vienna.
Yeah, he's always around. He almost always finds a way to win a PPTQ, but he's also a very, I would say, emotionally unstable person. He's just when playing Magic, he can get frazzled easily, and he's I think by now he has a good sense of the game and how it plays out, has a good sense of what decks to choose, but he sometimes struggles with pressure, and that's why he maybe sometimes doesn't convert as much as he used to, because both GPC top 16 he was close to top 8ing as well, but you could see like he kind of the attitude is more like, yeah, I don't care, you know, like I just like to have fun. But if he pushed himself a little bit more, I think he would do really well.
Yeah,
what is he playing?
It's pretty challenging.
It looks like
it's Siege Rhino and
so Mardu Green.
Mardu Green.
Okay,
I think Mardu Green is correct.
I think that's what we like to call it these days. So Mardu Green here.
Yeah, it's more the controlling approach. No early drops. Just Siege Rhino, Kalitas, Chandras, Dark Dwellers. Yeah, I think Mardu Green is correct, and we knew about Manuel Meyer already.
Yep, and as you can see, these players have just started out, and we don't know what the score is.
I think it's either
1-1? Okay, 1-1, perfect. Thank you very much. So we got the information from the feature match area. So 1-1, so game 3, so perfect. Okay, this name didn't update. There we go. Everything should be in order.
Yeah.
And Milan is down to 19 here from the Blustermeyer, fetching a Smoldering Marsh. So, but it was Manuel Meyer on the play. So we'll see if the sideboards matter in this matchup. Because when you're Mardu Green, you can play a lot of different things.
Yeah, you can have access to basically all the sideboard cards in the format, except the blue ones.
There's a Canopy Vista for Milan here.
We do have Haloed Moonlights. He might bring them in, I don't know.
So here's the Deathmist Raptor.
Hard to read.
Yeah, Deathmist Raptor from Manuel Meyer. So starts off in the slow fashion, just a turn 3 play. And there's Transgress the Mind from Milan. So now we'll get to find out what he has in his hand. Another Deathmist Raptor, Wing Mage Rock, Bounding Crassus, Reflector Mage, and Land. This hand seems very good.
Yeah, especially the Raptors are really good in the matchup. The Wing Mage Rock is really good. Reflector Mage keeps Milan from blocking for the next 3 turns or something. Yeah, so does the Bounding Crassus as well if Manuel decides to put on some pressure. This hand looks pretty slow, but pretty good. Yeah. Just started off with turn 3 Raptor, but he also has 2 Lumbering Forge, which is important. You can see Milan shaking his hand. Yeah, like, your hand's really good. Might as well take the Deathmist Raptor. Yeah, he has to. Yeah, and he just plays another Blustermeyer. He has the Hallowed Moonlight in his hand as well as a Fiery Impulse, so he might put that to use. Another Reflector Mage. Well, interesting. That means that Milan will not block a lot, so he will have to rely on his removal to carry him in this game. And no play for Manuel? No, he has the Bounding Crassus. I think he will just get it in at the end of turn. Yeah. And he also, he should be fine if he draws a land. He has Wing Mage Rock mana. But Milan has, I know he has Fire Impulse in his hand, so if he has like another removal spell, he can actually start clearing the board pretty effectively as he draws a mountain here. His mana looks pretty good. Yeah, he needed a mountain. But his mana, he cannot cast Siege Rhino with this mana, so... He can't, no. Because his only green white is on the same land. So there's a Bounding Crassus. Not doing anything relevant here. I assume what Milan will do is maybe cycle. There's the land for the rock. Ooh, okay. So there's an attack for 6 already. So are there any Milan down to like Wrath 9, I believe. There's 1 Languish. Yeah, he only has 1 Languish as a mass removal card. It's not good. No Radiant Flames. I mean,
if Manuel goes for Wingmaker here, like Milan can play Hallowed Moonlight to at least prevent the token from entering play.
Yeah.
Then Fiery Impulse, one of the two creatures, and hopefully untap into like something relevant.
Yeah, double room. Yeah, okay. Things are not looking.
Could be.
Not too bad. I mean, there are also the Lumbering Falls.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Milan doesn't play the Hallowed Moonlight.
Oh,
Doesn't even cycle
I
it.
think he
has Languish.
he has the Languish.
Wow,
Okay.
he had Languish. So sweeps the board here. Manuel expended a lot of resources to do that because not expecting the Languish, I think. Or maybe like at worst he's probably thinking, oh maybe he has like Radiant Flames or something. Like
Yeah.
Wingmaker can handle it. So I think it was very well played from Milan, sandbagging it until the very last moment. And now he has a huge hand, double Fiery Impulse. And what can he cast as well? I think it is a Chandra too.
Okay, now things are looking, but he's still down at 9 life. So, and creatures won't block.
Yes. That's for sure. With double Reflector Mage and Manuel's hand, like Milan cannot rely on creatures to come up the ground. I mean, Siege Rhino would be fine, even though he can't find land that will help him cast it this turn.
He has to go for the Cinder Glade to be able to play it next turn, unless he needs the mana right away.
Oh, well, we'll see what he needs it for. He's down.
That's a tough call always in this standard format. What to do with your lands if you're missing one color, but you need the untapped land. How to play things.
I think I'm gonna go for the Merc Dwellers.
Yeah, it looks like.
And play Transgress the Mind and get rid of one of the Reflector Mages at least. But it's actually I don't really like this that much unless I don't even know what because I mean he's gonna get more value from
things are looking quite nice for Milan if he finds a land.
Yeah.
Then he can. He takes 3 now, dropping to 6.
And there's one more creature on the board and double Lumbering Falls. So yeah, he knows about that one. Drops down to 6 or 5. I think he wrote 5. I forgot a fetch land. So down to 5.
If he has a land, he can put Chandra on the board.
-3.
Looks like.
Yeah, but then
he has the Siege Rhino in hand, and the Chandra can't play either card. So now things are looking.
He just passes.
Pretty rough here. He maybe has the Crackling Doom for the land.
I didn't quite like the Merc Dwellers there. If you know there's a Reflector Mage, I mean, he couldn't know about 2, he only knew about 1. So, of course, like that was, it seemed like a sweet play. And here comes...
Crackling Doom happening.
Okay, so Crackling Doom.
I think, yeah.
Putting Manuel down to 16.
And probably another Fiery Impulse, which...
Yes, he has 2. He has 2 impulses.
But is it active?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Languish.
Oh... Yes, no, he plays first on the Sky Spawner, then on the Reflector Mage, because he exiled the the Transgress, by playing the Merc Dwellers. So, clears the board, falls down to 4, but there's not Lumbering Falls.
But now we are in Merc Dweller range again.
Yes. So, Merc Dwellers, flashback one of the impulses.
Or Crackling Doom.
Or Crackling Doom. I think he's going to go for the impulse. He's going to kill the Scion. Past the turn, Milan Niznansky getting back into this game.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. There's only 2 lands from Manuel Meyer.
And we know about the Hallowed Moonlight in his hand, so he's safe against a possible company.
Yeah. This is a tense match. The loser of this game is eliminated from top 8 contention, we believe. So there's a land. Milan going down to 3 here.
But
he can find a Cinderglade now. He can play the Siege Rhino.
Yeah, he can play the Siege Rhino and start attacking with the Merc Dweller.
Yes.
This way he somehow is a little bit soft to Collected Company if there comes one up.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best cards. So he has to... you see...
Now he realizes, okay, maybe...
Yes.
Okay, he still goes for the Siege Rhino.
So goes back up to 6. Manuel down to 13.
Declines to attack here.
Doesn't attack here. He's scared. And he has the time, he has the control, so... especially he would be like almost dead to like a Collected Company.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows that. So
yeah.
That's the reason why he's not attacking here.
So Manuel thins his library. Oh, almost puts a Collected Company in his hand. That would be a nice draw. Alright, so Milan from the brink of death. He also has the Chandra in his hand, which is quite nice. And it's going to present a lot of damage for the next turn.
Yeah, it's presenting lethal.
Yeah, it is lethal. He also has Read the Bones in his hand.
Okay.
And since Manuel fetched, I believe he's down to 12 already. Thinning out his deck. Yes, I see the live totals on Manuel's side, and it confirms that it's 12-6. So, okay, just a Sky spawner. Gets a Scion. That language was so brutal.
That language was...
That one-off.
We talked about it. When I saw the boards, did I just check the list, and there is one language in this 70.
Yep, there's the Chandra Flame Caller. What is he going to go with? He goes for the -1, so kills the Sky Spawner and the Scion. And swings with just the Rhino, so puts Manuel down to 8. Still scared, but I think he would have attacked with... no, probably no.
Now you're in a good position to win the game. So
yes. So
next turn you attack with 4 creatures, have Haloed Moonlight to protect from potential collected company. So things now are looking really good for Milan.
Yeah.
The language just totally screwed up Manuel's game plan. He finally finds a morph creature to get back the other Death Mist Raptor, but the morph is a Death Mist Raptor on its own. So
he can't unmorph it and bring the other back. Milan doesn't know that though, so he might give Manuel 1 extra turn.
But Haloed Moonlight also prevents the other.
So it looks like Milan will just plus, get to 3/1 haste elementals.
That's game.
Swing, and there's the handshake. Milan Niznansky 3-1 in the Vienna RPTQ, 1 win away from the top 8, we believe. So if he wins the next round, I think he's going to make the top 8. So,
if he's able to draw, he will most likely make it in.
So one slot player losing, other winning. Maybe they might face each other next round.
Yeah,
because both are on 3-1. So, but unfortunately, Manuel Meyer, GP grinder from Germany, does not make it into the elimination rounds unless 4-2 is enough for 1 or 2 people. He did start 2-0, so he might have a shot.
He's one of the few players who has a shot on this.
All right, so welcome back to the booth. I don't think we're going to have any more matches, I believe. Okay. There's only 13 minutes left in the round. Yeah, we might do an interview if we find someone like a deck check or something like that. But this is going to be, I think, it from us for now.
Yep.
But this was definitely interesting. Jeskai Black and Atarka Red seemed like an old school matchup.
Yeah, it plays out the same way, just with different cards now.
Yeah, but it ended up the same way. Jeskai Black dominating and having a wealth of sideboard cards at its disposal really helped. And also Atarka Red, we know, is not the most stable deck. I know all about it. Played at the Pro Tour several times, so I know what it's about. And the other match was interesting. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much more than the one game because it seemed like a very interesting dynamics in the matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Manuel could have easily come back after the language if he would have found any morph creature. Like, doesn't matter whether it's Stratos Dancer or another Death Mist Raptor a little earlier or a Dem Protector. All would have been great and possibly win him the game. Yeah, because he could have brought back one of the Death Mist Raptor that died to the language. But I also, if Manuel had not played the Wingmate Rogue, maybe he could have also been in a pretty good spot if he played one of the other creatures, but he couldn't have known. And Milan just plays one, so I mean, it's hard to do anything about that. Yeah, Manuel doesn't know all the deck lists. I think he's not playing that much.
Yeah, not anymore.
He almost forgot that he was qualified for this regional PTQ.
Fair enough.
He just realized, like, one day before the first round of PTQs last week, he realized, oh, I won a PTQ, a PPTQ in September.
Okay.
Or
fair enough.
Like
right at the start of the season. Yeah, sure.
And he forgot about it.
But I mean, he's nice. He decided to come here instead of going to Berlin, I think was the German one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it seemed like a good choice because there's fewer people here, but the quality is still fairly high. So I think we're going to see a couple of good matches in the following rounds, which means that you shouldn't go anywhere. You should stay with us. I'm going to be in the booth. We're going to rotate around our cast, but there's at least 2 more rounds and then the top 8 round still to go, which is going to be really exciting. So make sure to tune in, and we'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere.